All right, so I have gotten over my jitters by doing the first page in the book. And do I like it? Not really, but you know, I don't think I ever really like the first one I do after I've not painted in a while. So this one, it occurred to me that I want pretty. And I know that hunting is, you know, typically a man's world, but I think these deer are beautiful, and I'm going to make this pretty because I want to make a sticker. So the very first thing that I'm going to do is take this 738 marker, shake it up really, really good. And I'm going to do a floral background with this. So the first thing I'm going to do is come in here and fill all of this in. All of this. And if I go over some of the lines, it's not a big deal. If it's streaky, yeah, it's no big deal. Who cares? Because when I edit it, I can edit the streaks out. Just going to go around all of this and get my background mapped in with these two colors. I'm going to try to make it simple. I want the background to be pretty and elegant and not overpowering. I'm going to use really nice colors on the deer. I'm probably going to exaggerate the colors on the deer maybe a little bit. We'll see. You know, sometimes I say that and then I just go back to my photorealism roots. And I'm trying very hard to stretch that out, and I'm bringing you along for the ride so that, one, you can see that even though I am very well trained, leaving color out, leaving strokes out, leaving details out is so painful for me, but these are field sketches. I'm not supposed to fully develop these. And it's too much time. I want to loosen up. I want to learn to omit some colors because it makes it more interesting in my opinion. Okay, there we go. I already like that. Now, I'm going to lay down a stencil here. And I'm going to grab a mechanical pencil if I can find one in my desk. Yep, Chase is going to... I found one. Okay. Here we go. Mechanical pencil. And I am just going to trace around this. I would use the pen, the paint pen, but I have found that they bleed underneath and I like crisp lines. So we're just going to do it this way. And that's how we're going to do it. So I'm going to come in here and get all of this done. I actually think this is going to be pretty. And then I thought I could foil this sticker. That would be really pretty too. I just think these deer are so beautiful. They deserve to be on a sticker. And yeah, maybe the boys won't like this because it has flowers, but I'm okay with that. I wanted flowers. And if you don't want to do a flower stencil with yours and you want to paint the background camouflage, you are more than welcome to do so. But I just thought these were pretty. Oh no, I just realized that I didn't draw this in a way that I could have extended this into the other sections. Okay, well, we'll just have to lay it down over there. I left a section out. You'll see in just a second what I'm talking about. I am being pretty sloppy with this because I will take my own liberties once I'm officially painting this in. I just kind of need to see where the idea of this flower is on this page. It's okay. I'll have to go in here and probably should use the colored pencil instead of the graphite. Note to self. Okay. Okay, this is what we are going to do. We're going to come in here. We're going to do this and this. I'm going to draw this leaf. I just flipped it over. Again, it's my project. We're just going to go with it. Look, pretty. Okay. That looks great. Perfect. Okay, now I'm literally going to shake up number 752 and get in here and start filling this in. Probably should have gone over this with a kneadable eraser first. Let's remove some of this. That pencil just draws too dark. So, there we go. I don't know if that helped or not, but we'll see. And I can always figure out something else as well. Where is the... Okay. I use this on one of the other pages on a hummingbird, but I loved the pattern so much that I painted it too bold, and I brought the pattern out in front of the hummingbird, and so I ended up semi-regretting what I had done. But that did teach me a pretty valuable lesson. So this one, I am definitely starting with colors that will not be in the deer, probably, and will sit behind anything I paint on the deer. I think it's going to be really pretty. I'm actually looking forward to seeing this one finished up. Sometimes you got to take a second pass at these, and that's okay. And if we're still seeing too much of the original color, we can go in, we can grab another color and kind of outline it. That'll be fun as well. Maybe like a fluorescent color of some sort. Okay. Ooh, that's really pretty. Yep, I like it. I'm going to leave these two out. Ooh, that's really, really, really pretty in my opinion. Okay, let's take a break. Okay, we've got out a few colors here. This color I've literally never used. I just sharpened it for the very first time, and I've had this kit of colored pencils for, you know, like 4 years now. And I always use my blues first. They're always first, but this is called Black Raspberry. It's in the Prismacolor line. It's PC 1095, and I am going to squint my eyes and find my darkest areas, which I believe are in here. And these colored pencils are just divine. And I probably should do it with paint pen first, but I'm scared. So this whole area here is relatively darker. I'm going to come in all the way down, and I can kind of see my lines, and that's fine. I'm not 100% sure I understand where, so that's right there. So this is just, I got you, just down to here. Look how pretty this is already. That's what was missing. I wanted pretty, and I didn't trust myself enough to do it. Now suddenly I've gotten one out of the way, and here we are. We're just doing it. We're just going to go for it. This color is just going to be, this deer's going to be magnificent. Okay, so this is his rump. So this is, I'm going to put just a touch of color right here because I need to change this color coming around. I'm going to put a touch more here. Got it right there. Okay. Now we want, yep. Okay, now I'm going to grab the clay rose, and I'm going to come in here with the clay rose, and I'm going to very lightly go back into this area here. We're going to add some yellow in just a second, okay? But I need to change the hue. So I'm going to do the black raspberry first and then go right over it with the clay rose. And then I will come back in and add some darker. We're just going to blend it right on the fly here. It's going to be great. I'm going to come in over here and add, just kind of blend some of this out over here. Not where it's super dark, but where the light is starting to hit it is what we're attempting to do. I also have a colorless blender. I try not to use it very much because I feel like it really does leave a lot of wax on the page. And I like to pretty heavily layer my colors. So now I'm going to pick up indigo blue. Scary, but I'm doing it. And I'm going to come in right over. And I'm using very, very, very light strokes here. Very light touch. I'm going to come in and start laying in some of that super dark color here. It goes right here as well. Some there. Definitely right there. Look how pretty that's gonna be. Oh my goodness. I should have just trusted myself all along. My gut knows what to do. I just sometimes think, I don't know if that's the right idea or not. And then I second guess myself, and then I don't get it executed the way I want because I second guess myself. And sometimes I screw something up completely, and I just have to make a copy and do it again. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so I'm feeling like now you can see that front shoulder is really coming forward. It looks great. So we know we're operating with these three colors in a colorless blender right now. So now we're going to switch and we're going to find this yellow. Give me a minute. Okay, I'm not 100% sold on this, but I'm going to pick up beige. And I'm going to start laying in this extreme highlighty area right here. And I've got some dust from blending on this, and I want to add some right here as well. And then this is the flank part. And there's definitely, now that's going to have to get darker, clearly. So that's going to get darker. So we're going to sort of just blend this in right now, and then we're going to build up on that. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to hit this pretty hard. And then after I'm done with the colored pencils, I'll probably come back in and grab one of these highlighty, one of these. Ooh, that is not the right color. That is definitely not the right color. That one needs to be mixed significantly. I also need to add a little brown. Trying to get that ball moving there. Wow. That's not the color I want either. We're going to put that on standby for just a moment though. It's okay. So I need to find that brown color. Is that it? Yep, maybe that is it. Okay, I've got dark brown PC 946. And I'm going to add some other color to this section right here. It's not just going to be this brown, because the brown, I don't really like how the brown is reading. I want more color variation in it than this. Going back to that indigo blue. Very scary color here. Oh, but it's so good. It's so, so good. Ooh, see how yucky that is? See how that's the exact same color? I didn't change the color at all, but look how it reads here versus here. So it tells me we got to go back in over the top of that to make my darks here. Kind of feel like I want to add some of this lavender right here. Yep. That helped. So it also helped in the shadowy areas. So, you know, that lavender is going to read like white. Clay rose. Let's see if light umber works. Oh, what do you know? Light umber does work. Light umber does work. What about bronze? Not really. Not feeling the bronze. Chestnut. What about chestnut? Oh yeah, chestnut's a good one. Here, let's... Gonna put the chestnut in here. Notice I'm just very lightly adding this in. I'm not really getting crazy with it. Okay, I'm going to go up to the head here. Same chestnut color. On the edges, I can see right there where the fur touches the horns, it's a lot darker. So I'm going to push a little harder there. Not so hard that I can't add further detail. And then I'm going to very lightly just fill the rest of his forehead pattern in. Oh yeah, that's looking pretty dang good. Now I'm going to go back here on his rump. See that I'm going to go right over. Oh, well, isn't that a delightful turn of events? Okay, well, there we have that. That is exactly what I wanted, and I accidentally got that. It was a complete accident. So we're going to come up here with that same 717. We're going to hit this right here, and we're going to let that dry. We're going to hit this right here. We're going to let that dry. We're going to come in and we're going to hit this one more time right here. And we are going to let that dry, and then I'm going to go over that. So let's come back. Okay, off camera I tested the blue slate, and I'm seeing this blue overlay up here on his forehead. I'm seeing it. So I'm going to put it in. And then this part right here gets a little bit darker. So I'm wondering if I shouldn't come in with, nope, not that. Let's grab a different color. Sorry. Okay. I have 90% warm gray. Just gonna go right over the top of all of this here. I'm going to go ahead and fill in the eyes really quickly. And we'll come back and do something else with those in a minute. Okay, I'm going to grab the colorless blender and see if I can blend that out a little bit better. Wow, that is cool. That looks great, I suppose. That looks pretty dang good, really. Okay, it's not terrible. Don't hate it. Okay, moving on. Here we go. Okay, so I need a couple of different variations here. I have a 20% French gray that I think is going to come over here and serve to be some of the base color on his face, so that I can go in and add some other colors. Let's just see right now. Okay, I see what I gotta do. I'm gonna blend with that. I'm gonna come in with the, I have some, oh my gosh. It's 1026. I can't even, that's so used I can't even tell you what the color is. can tell you that these guys have giant ears compared to the other whitetails. Compared to whitetails and the black-tailed deer. They have giant ears. Notice I'm going right over that, and I'm going to have to go back in there with some blue here in just a minute because it's not quite the right color. And he's not really 100% just this lavender at this point either. And then these yellows are still kind of distracting, but we'll take care of those in a minute. Oh, he's going to be so beautiful. Wow. He is really going to be beautiful. I'm really quite pleased with this already. Okay. I just picked up the chestnut. We're going to go over his rump, this highlight on his rump with the chestnut. Gonna come back in here a little bit more. That's gonna get another streak of color some way, somehow. Not really a fan of this yet. Let's go. Gonna put some of these 90% gray back here. I don't really want that color though. I really want more of a Let's go black raspberry again. Let's go back to the blue. It's not as see how blue he is there? I've got to go back over that with some other color. He is more, I see more blues here. And I am somewhat exaggerating those blues, but wow, that's not the color of blue that I wanted. Although maybe it is. Maybe it's not terrible. Maybe we just need to find another hue to go on top of it. Oh yeah, here we go. Let's try this warm gray. Not feeling that either. Let's blend this out a little bit. Colorless blender, engage. Okay, we're going to keep a hold of that. Look at that. I don't know what that's from. I usually put down like a fluorescent color too prior to doing my thing. So, and I didn't do that on this go around. I don't know why I didn't, but I chose not to. Let's see here. I am going to grab 10% cool gray. Because that is really more of what we're attempting to do here with him. So that is definitely a yes there. So now we need to develop the ears. Let's go back in. Are we recording? Yes, we are recording. Clay rose. I'm just going to go into the antlers and start laying in the shadows, even though this is definitely more mid-range color, which is fine. It's okay to do this. I'm just going to kind of start putting in some of the markings for the horns. Antlers, they're not horns. Yeah, this deer is going to be gorgeous. I now have 1079 from Prismacolor. Picked up the 90% cool gray. Going back in, making some further adjustments here. Part of the challenge is that I have to draw this for you to get started, and so some of those lines are, in order to make it look good in the book, have been drawn a little heavier than what I would have ever drawn them to do the actual art itself. And so you've got to learn to trust yourself on that. You can cover those lines up. Now see that? That's from the blender. I'm gonna come up here and add some of this. More 90 cool gray. It's not the exact color that I want. Ooh, that's a good color choice on those ears though, for sure. I'm gonna get some of that purple over the top of that. Kind of settle that down a little bit. By itself, it's not the right color, but blended with a couple of other colors over the top of it, it definitely is a great color for this. Okay, let's take a break. Okay, so I grabbed one of my fluorescent colors and I kind of went over his face a little bit. And I think what I'll do is I'll come back and I'll use the markers on his face. I've grabbed black grape to make his neck a little bit darker, because I just don't feel like it's as dark as it should be. But it has to be a different color than this. So I'm going right over the top of all of that. Kind of feel like I can see some of that in there. And then I'll come back in and I'll fix it later. So then we have this lavender. I just see a lot, it's just dark on this side, it's just shadowed, and his face is white, but it's heavily shadowed, and so we always have to take that into consideration when we're doing this. And then we can come back in with a nicer color over the top. You know, a white highlight pen, something of that nature. And that would be totally acceptable. Okay, now I'm going to come back over with some of this red again. Kind of blend it all together because we're just not quite there yet. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah. I'm just gonna fill this in real quick because I can't see what's happening here if I don't get some of this filled in. Just can't see what's happening. Well, he feels very dull to me now. Very, very dull to me. Okay, so how do I solve this problem? 706. $706 goes right here. I'm gonna give him a little. There, now he has a little sparkle in his eye. Okay, now I'm gonna go right into here. And I'm gonna add his highlight right here. And I'm gonna add his highlight here and here on his nose. He's got a little bit there. I'm gonna definitely add highlight right here. He's definitely got highlight here on this antler. He's definitely got highlight here, but I probably should get that darker. Oh, see, that is gonna work. Okay. Yep. Okay. Not the exact color that I'm going for, but it's pretty dang close. Okay, so then if I do that, then I can go to 7. Do I go to that one? I'm simply trying to learn how to get this done in the most effective way. I think I gotta make his antlers darker before I do anything else. Let's find the dark brown. Here we go. Aha. Woo woo. My cats are coming alive. Well, I don't know what I'm doing. We'll just keep coming back to that. I don't know what I'm doing. So that's 859. So I need 854. So this one is actually, should be a little bit darker. There we go. So that reads like light, but it reads a little bit differently. Just for grins, I am going to, even though I know that my antlers aren't done yet and my face isn't done yet, I'm going to take 859 and I'm going to go around this. And yes, I know this is breaking the rules because this is going to come in front of the deer. I know that. But I might go over with some white. I just needed some more color on this. Oh, that's also not painted in. I got you. And then I'll make the antlers darker and see where we are with it. I'm already liking it better. Okay. Better? I don't know if it's better or not. Could be worse. Literally could be worse. Could be worse. I don't know. But I do know that I got to get those antlers darker some way, somehow. Is this the color? I believe that it is. We're going to come in here and we're just going to start laying in some of this in here. And then I'll go over it with a lighter color in a minute. Okay, I actually kind of appreciate the way that that's looking. That'll have to get darker. All right, that's looking a little bit better. So is that. Okay, it's not terrible. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I truly don't hate it, which is saying a whole lot, because usually I'm like, oh, I can't stand it. I don't know what I was thinking. So let's get in here and add in some darker color in here. And I think I want this pink right here, really. Oh wow, that's just too much. That's just too much. Okay. Yeah, well, okay, so let's get into what we got to do here. Gotta finish the horns. Gotta finish the horns. I don't not like, I think I'm gonna go around the, is this the orange that I used? Yes, it is. So I feel like I feel like I want to go around these a little bit too. And then I can go around that with white if I want. But this will sort of tie it all together. Kind of nice and neat with a little bow. For those of you that are screaming, Rio, don't do it. Sorry, had to do it. You just don't learn anything if you don't mess it up. And I will get the white pen out and I'll go around this with the white pen. That's not the problem. And I will make the deer more visible. Ooh, actually, I really do like that now. Wow, okay. That's not terrible. That's really pretty. Okay, let's get the antlers done. We're going for it. I'm grabbing 825. I'm going to put some purple on his face right in here. Yep, I like it. I'm going to put some purple over here. Yep, I like that. Some purple over here, and we will eventually come in with a lighter shade of that. So it's 825. Where's my lighter shade of? So like 738. Do I have 738 out here? Yeah, I do actually. Right here. Okay, I have to get the, I keep telling myself I have to do the antlers next. So, 708. Ooh, that color's got to be shaken up. That's not okay. Let's do 709 instead. This looks like it's a little bit darker. I'm just thinking to myself, dear Lord, please don't let me mess this up. Please don't let me mess this up. This is really, really pretty at this point. Please don't let me mess this up. 709 is even darker. Doesn't really have enough purple in it though, does it? Huh. Well, we'll see. We'll see about all that. 703. 703. Well, here's 704. Well, some of it is kind of that pinky peach color that I swear I can see in there, and some of it is not that. Okay, coming right back to it. Coming right back to the fact that we need to do the antlers darker. So, what I'm thinking I'm going to do is, call me crazy, but I'm going to take the 770 and I'm just going to come in here and start filling in some of these antlers. Because I've got to get them darker. And I've got to rip it off like a band-aid. Because I can go back over them with a lighter color. But I've got to get them darker. They got to stand out more. And then we'll come in with the blue. Because I know I see blue in the shadow colors there. I know I see that. And I also see some of that super dark color too. Oh, see, that's so much better. Where's the periwinkle blue? Is that what this is? Is it 663? Did we do this? Yep. Okay. I come up here with this, and then I need a more periwinkle color of blue. Where is it? That's 633, right? So then I need to come over here on this one and grab 681 for this side. This side has more purple in it than the other side. And I can totally see that in this antler formation here. I'm also going to add a little bit more dark here on the side of his face. Yeah, so it's okay. We're doing just fine. We're doing just fine. Now come over here and add, this is the other blue. This is 633. Okay, then we'll figure out here in just a second how we're going to let that dry for a minute. I'm liking this a lot. We just got to get the antlers darker. They're not dark enough. So I'm going to come in here with the black grape and I'm going to start coloring right over the top, and I'll come in with another roll across with some of the marker highlights. That won't be a problem. That will not be a problem. That is definitely a shadow there. See, sometimes the problem is that I just do not get these dark enough. See, sometimes you use those paint markers to your advantage because I'm getting this really, see, that's darkening that up. And is it the correct color in real life? No, but it really is pretty, I think. Come over here, we'll get this and this. You can literally see those lines. It's not really the right color right there, but let's just go ahead and lay some of this in there. Okay, there's that. Now we're going to come in with the dark brown. We're going to go right over the top of that with the dark brown. Not the right color. Let's go over it with some purple. Not the right color. Well, kind of the right color. No, not the right color. Black raspberry. Nope. Not the right color. Shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Not the right color. Okay. Give me a minute because I'll work it out. I'm determined to make it work. Determined. Let's add some white, shall we? All right, y'all. Could I keep going back in and making some adjustments? Yeah, probably could. Should I? No, probably shouldn't. Probably should not. Gonna grab that indigo blue real quick here because I just don't feel like this is quite as dark as it should very well be. And we're gonna darken that up just a skosh more. That indigo blue right over the top of all that. Indigo blue right in there, right under there. Okay, so for a field note journal, are we good? Yeah, you know what? I think we are. For a field note journal, I think we're doing okay here. Why am I still coloring then? I don't even know. Yeah, it's a sickness. I am such a realist in all of my ways here with regards to the art. And I want to be loose. I wanted to color him in very beautiful blues and grays, and well, this is as close as we get to that. This is as close as we get to me being lightened up. I just don't know that I can do it any better at this particular moment. Let's add some blue right there. I just feel like that's good. Oh, that's kind of cool. That's not terrible. Oh, look at me go. No, don't look at me go. Look at me decide that I need to stop, that this is enough, that this is all there is to this. Gonna come in and darken up the edge of this antler just a touch. Again, probably not using the right color, but I am determined to figure this out. I will get this figured out. I will do that. I will get it figured out. I will figure out how to make all these colors pop. I will figure out how to loosen up all my brush strokes. I will figure out how to walk a little bit further away from the entire, gotta make it look like a photorealistic painting when I'm finished, because it doesn't have to be that. I don't have to have it be photorealism for it to be good. I don't have to have it be photorealism for it to be good. And it's a study. I'm supposed to be studying this animal. I've had so many whitetail in my yard this year, bucks, that I've really got to study. I feel very fortunate for that. No muleys here, though. Okay. Wowza! Let's take the colorless blender and let's blend that out a little bit. And let's just say stop. Let's just say stop. Okay, so the colorless blender picks up the color from the... That's pretty, though. Is it... You know, is it exactly how I thought it should turn out? No, it isn't. But I don't hate it. I do like it. And maybe some more gel pen action on that would be great. I could go in with some hashing marks. I could probably come in and outline the... Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. I could probably come in and add a little bit of here. Could probably come in and add some touches of some inking lines back into it to kind of get it back to where it was. I don't really want to go through and outline everything exactly. I kind of just want to, you know, just add some lines here and there. Just to add a little bit of definition back into this, that's all. That's a little more than what I wanted to. We still rolling? We're still rolling. Yeah, sorry, Chase. I just wanted to see what it would look like if I added some of those lines back in, just kind of loosely. Huh, there we go. Okay, there you have it. I think we just have to be done. Okay, I'm seriously tapping out this time. That's it. So I'm satisfied. I think. I do like the background. I do like the colors. I do-ish like the way I've illustrated it. It's looser than what I normally do. This is basically the underpainting. I'm sorry. I'm Rio. This has been another episode of Coloring Passports. Thanks for joining me in the studio, and I will see you on the next page.